Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, I'm glad I'm not him. Okay, so it is like 8 o'clock in the morning and I've just finished my first shift in the office. I've said this before, but my days are pretty consistent. I get up around 4:45 or 5 and come into the office and work for a few hours, mostly on my own personal stuff. So it's nice when it's nice and quiet. It sounds bad, but it's not nearly as bad as you might think. It's kind of nice just to have that alone time. Right? This morning's a little bit later because I slept in a little bit and get into the office at like 5:30, but now, so usually I work in the office and I go to the gym. I'm not going to the gym today. I'll try to squeeze it in later today. And then I go home, shower and shave, get dressed, see the kids off to school, and then come back in and do the proper day of work, right? And every so often when I drive home, and it started raining and it's nasty weather and everything today. And every so often when I drive home, I'll pass like construction workers or roadworks and stuff like that. And I'll see somebody standing out in the rain and they're wearing the yellow vest, waving traffic through or whatever, working in this weather. And I think, God, I'm really glad I'm not that guy. I mean, I feel a bit privileged that I could sit there and work on a computer all day and just run my own business, and I could just, show up whatever time I want and all this kind of stuff. And I think, you know what? I'm really glad that I'm not standing out there in the rain waving traffic through. But then there are days where the stress is so high, where you've got clients that are chasing you for something, or that you've got payroll that you need to make, or you got a client that's threatening not to pay, or that you're worried about them not, they're not threatening not to pay. They just gone quiet and you wonder whether or not they're going to pay at all, or you got to make payroll, or you got to make sure that, projects are done on time so you get the payroll in on a certain time, and you look at the expenses going out, the money coming in, all this kind of stuff. And sometimes it can get very, very overwhelming. You got so many people when you run your own business. You've got so many people that you can disappoint. And sometimes, there are times where I wake up in the night and I just worry about it. There are times there are times I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I might come in just because I'm like, God, I gotta get this thing done. Go in, right? And on those days but there are a lot of times where it's really good, obviously. But there are times where the stress gets so high, where when you see those people on the road waving traffic through, I wonder if they could see the life I have and think, God, I'm glad I'm not that guy. I'm glad I don't have all these people to disappoint. I could just come out here, stand in the rain, do what I need to do for 8 hours, go home and live a proper life and put everything behind me and not have to worry about it because I did what I was supposed to do for the day. And when you got all these other responsibilities, sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming, but that's the game. That's what you sign up for. So not to whinge about it, because it is. I'm glad I'm not standing out in the rain today. But it's the kind of thing that you get into. You trade one set of problems for another set of problems. As you kind of go up the scale there, right? I always see these people who look like they have no problems in life, like on Instagram or whatever. You think they got something that's bothering them, even if they're doing really, really well. Looks like they're doing really well. There might be that worry that they're going to lose it all, or how are they going to keep this going, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just wanted to share my thoughts on that. And it might sound like a bit like I'm not superior to anybody, right? There are days when you run your own business where you look back at somebody who's just look back to the days where you had a job, where you just go into work, you go home, you don't think about work anymore and get on with your days. And sometimes that's a bit appealing. You think, you know what? I wish I had a day like that today, but you don't. You got stuff to do. You got hours to work. You got problems. You got people problems. You got project problems. You got technology problems. You got problems all over the place. But, you just take them one day at a time, I guess. So for those of you guys who run your own business out there, let me know what you think. I mean, do you feel the kind of the constant stresses? Or maybe I'm just a stressful person. I think I always have been, ever since high school. Maybe I stress more than other people do. In fact, I've been told that. So anyway, just my thoughts for today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope the weather's nicer where you are. And that's it for today. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.